I simply wanted a quiet weekend at my beach home. But my brother-in-law had already arrived with his whole family and shouted, "Why is this parasite here?" There's a moment in life when you realize you've been a doormat, and the people you love the most are the ones wiping their feet all over you. For me, that moment started with my own brother-in-law screaming in my face, in my house. "Why is this parasite here? Get the hell out!" The words hit me like a physical blow. I stood frozen in my own doorway, weekend bag still clutched in my hand, staring at Kevin. His face was twisted with pure contempt. His finger pointed at me as if I was some kind of unwanted vermin. Behind him, I could see his parents, his brothers, and what looked like half their extended family. Sprawled across my furniture, drinking from my glasses, shoes kicked off on my pristine white carpet. My name is Claire, and I'm 32 years old. I'm a marine biologist in Charleston, South Carolina, a career I've poured the last decade of my life into. And the beach house where I was currently being publicly shamed? It wasn't just any property. It was mine. I'd bought it 3 years ago, a reward for years of grueling work and careful saving, sitting right on the coast near Myrtle Beach. It was my sanctuary, my escape. But looking at Kevin's furious face, you'd think I was the one trespassing. "Excuse me?" I managed to say, my voice steady despite the furious tremor starting deep in my chest. "You heard me," he snapped. Kevin, my sister Jennifer's husband of 5 years, crossed his arms. "We're having a family gathering here. Nobody invited you." I blinked, my brain struggling to process the sheer audacity. "Kevin, this is my house. I own it." "Yeah, well, Jennifer said we could use it this weekend," he shot back, his jaw tight. "So, unless you want to ruin everyone's good time, you should leave." I looked past him, desperate to find my sister. There she was, by the kitchen island, her eyes glued to her phone, actively refusing to meet my gaze. Oh, she knew. She absolutely knew I was planning to come here this weekend. I'd mentioned it to her just 2 days prior at our mother's birthday dinner. She'd smiled, she'd nodded, told me to have a great time, and then apparently handed out keys to Kevin's entire family like this was some kind of free vacation rental. "Jennifer," I called out, my voice cutting through the raucous chatter of Kevin's family. "Can we talk?" She finally looked up, her expression carefully, unnervingly neutral. "Cla, I didn't think you'd actually come. You're always so busy with work." I stared at her, utterly bewildered. "I told you I was coming. I specifically said I needed this weekend to decompress." She shrugged. A gesture so casual, it made my blood absolutely boil. "Well, Kevin's family needed a place to stay, and this house just sits empty most of the time. I figured you wouldn't mind." "You figured wrong." Kevin stepped closer, his face inches from mine. "Look, we've got 15 people here who drove hours to get to this place. You're one person. Do the math. Just go back to Charleston and come back next weekend." I just stared at him, at the full story video added in below,